What is going on, guys? We are back, and today we're going to talk about how to deal with Aliexpress closing down your orders. And so, to start off, this is something that will eventually come up once you start doing volume, so this is completely normal. I just want to let you know that your dropshipping career is not over. Yeah. Basically, what will happen is when you start processing orders, either through Oberlo or Shopify. Is it Dropify or Shopify? I'm not sure. I forgot. But anyways, what would happen is when you start processing orders, um, especially in volume, AliExpress would start shutting them down. And one of the main reasons for this is because you're probably using a credit card from the US or the UK or wherever you're from, and you're shipping to different addresses, sometimes even worldwide, right? Now that's when the AliExpress fraud prevention system kind of steps in and starts shutting them down. And so there are a couple ways to fix this. So basically you would go to one of the orders, one of the closed ones, and there's gonna be like a little top bar right there that says my appeal, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna click that, and it's gonna ask you to fill out the application. So basically, it's like an application, and they're gonna ask for your credit card number, driver's license, and a few other information. But it's totally safe to send that. If you want, you could block out some of your credit card number, but AliExpress is one of the biggest companies in the world, and they're extremely trustworthy for the most part. Once you fill out the application and you've sent it, I suggest that you guys go to AliExpress, go to their customer support and hit them up, ask for them if they could expedite the process so that, because usually it takes around 7 to 10 business days, but if you hit them up, you can usually get them to cut it down to like 3 to 5 days, which is, very ideal, especially once you're doing that volume, right? For the meantime, you could use a different card to fulfill the other orders, but I highly don't suggest that, because what would happen is those orders would go through in the beginning, but eventually they would also start getting shut down. And one of the tips that I've learned when I actually experienced this last month, one of the tips that I learned was that keep one credit card per one account. So usually after you sent the application and it's been accepted, usually everything would go back to normal. But if it doesn't, which this actually happened to me, I did all the process, got my card verified, my identity verified, and all that. But for some reason, my orders were still closing, and I just couldn't understand why. Like, that's why the month of December was not that great for my business. But the reason why your orders are still closing, it's actually because you're gonna have some orders from customers. For some reason, I do not know why, AliExpress would just will just close them. And when AliExpress start closing that one order, it would actually close the rest of your orders when you're paying in bulk. So what I suggest doing is, if you're still experiencing that same problem, is to buy the Ali Pocket and start paying for the orders one by one. That way you can pinpoint which order is closing, and there's nothing, not that I know of, there's nothing really you can do for those orders that you can't fulfill through AliExpress. What I usually do is just email the customer, apologize, and give them a refund. That is really the best way that I've been dealing with them. But I've also come to notice that this happens more often, especially when you're shipping international, which sucks, but it's just one of those things that you have to deal with. But yeah, if you guys are experiencing problems like this, leave a comment below and maybe I can help you out. Or if you know of any other ways that can help fix this. But other than that, I do apologize if I made this video fairly quick, or if I haven't explained it well enough. I am in a little bit of a time crunch. But Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you soon. Before I let you go, I want you to hit that like, that subscribe, and that little notification bell up top, because why not? Seriously though, it takes like 2 seconds.